Hello student, myself Dr. Shravan Kumar, Head of the Department of Commerce, Jain College Dhurwa under Ranchi University, Ranchi. In continuation of my last class of income from salary, today I shall discuss the retirement benefit of employee. At the time of retirement from service or change of service from one employer to another employer or on retrenchment from service by employer, if the employee gets the following are called retirement benefits. First, gratuity. Second, pension per month. Next, lump sum amount of pension received at the time of retirement or during service. Encashment of earned leave salary. Compensation on retrenchment received from employer. Compensation on voluntary retirement from employer. Amount received from provident fund. First, gratuity. At the time of retirement or death of employee, the employer paid the amount of gratuity. As per section 10, subsection 10 of Income Tax Act, the employee have divided in three categories for the calculation of taxable part of gratuity. First, government employee. If the employee provides his or her service to central government or state government or local authorities or undertaking, then such employee are called government employee. As per section 10, subsection 10(1), such employee receives the amount of gratuity at the time of retirement or death. The entire amount of gratuity will be exempted from income tax. Second, non-government employee. When the employee provides his or her service other than government institution, then they are called non-government employee. Non-government employee के टैक्सेबल पार्ट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी का कैलकुलेशन करते समय यह देखना होता है कि क्या उस इंस्टीट्यूशन पर द पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी एक्ट 1972 लागू होता है या नहीं। यदि लागू होता है तो टैक्सेबल पार्ट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी निम्न प्रकार से निकालेंगे। इफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन इज अंडर द पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी एक्ट, the list of the following shall be exempted from the part of gratuity. A. Actual amount of gratuity received from employer, rupees 2. Second, 20 lakh. Next, 15 days salary for every completed years of service or 7 days salary for seasonal institution. Salary means basic pay and dearness allowance on the date of retirement under retirement of service of employee. For calculation of 15 days salary or 7 days salary for seasonal institution, the following formula shall be used. Basic pay plus DA divided 26 multiplied by 15 equal to 15 days salary. यहाँ completed years of service का अर्थ संस्था में किए गए कुल वर्षों से है, लेकिन यदि एम्प्लॉय कुछ वर्ष के बाद कुछ महीना भी रिटायर के दिन तक कार्य करता है, तो यदि महीनों की संख्या 6 से ज़्यादा होगी तो उस एम्प्लॉई के कंप्लीटेड ईयर्स में एक और जोड़ देंगे। पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी एक्ट नॉट कवर्ड ऑन द इंस्टीट्यूशन। यदि कोई संस्था पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी एक्ट के अंतर्गत नहीं आती है तो उस परिस्थिति में एग्जेम्प्टेड पार्ट ऑफ ग्रेजुएटी एज पर इनकम टैक्स एक्ट सेक्शन 10-10-3 के अनुसार कैलकुलेट करेंगे। एक्चुअल अमाउंट ऑफ ग्रेचुइटी रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉयर, नेक्स्ट 20 लाख। नेक्स्ट 15 days average salary of completed years of service of employee. Here average salary means we shall take last 10 months salary of employee and then calculate 1 month average salary. After that the following formula shall be used. Average salary of the 1 month equal divided 26 multiplied by 15 equal to 15 days salary. Here salary means basic pay, dearness allowance if it is under the terms of employment, and fixed commission on sale. In this case, month of the service shall not treat in year. Next, pension. When an employee of government or other than government company gets pension per month from his service or from employer, the entire amount of pension shall be taxable under the head of income from salary. Lump sum amount received from employer on account of pension. From this point of view, employees are divided in 3 categories. Central government or state government or local authorities or undertaking employee. Next, other than government employee. First, central government employee or state government body or local authority or undertaking of public sector. If the employee retires from central government service or state government service or local authorities or undertaking or public enterprises service and receives entire amount of pension or some percentage of pension at the time of retirement, the entire amount of lump sum amount of pension shall be tax free and shall not include in the income from salary as per Income Tax Act, Section 10, Subsection 10A of Income Tax Act. Lump sum amount of pension received by other than government employee at the time of retirement. In this category, lump sum amount of pension received by such employee has tax free up to certain limit. For this point, SSC divided in 2 categories. If the employee is getting gratuity along with commuted amount of pension, then 1/3 of total pension shall be fully tax free and shall not include in the head of income from salary. If the employee is not getting gratuity with commuted pension, then 50% of total commuted pension shall be tax free and this portion shall not include in the income from salary of the SEC. Encashment of earned leave. An employer provides the following leaves to his or her employee during the service period under the service agreement: casual leave, medical leave, maternity leave, earned leave, etc. At the time of retirement of service, the casual leave, medical leave, maternity leave have lapsed if the employee did not avail the leave during the service period. One another leave is called earned leave. एक एम्प्लॉय को अपने एम्प्लॉयर से प्रत्येक वर्ष उसके किए गए कार्य के आधार पर अर्न लीव ग्रांट किया जाता है। यह नॉर्मली एवरी ईयर 1 मंथ होता है, किंतु एम्प्लॉय प्रत्येक वर्ष मात्र एक महीने में से मात्र 12 दिन ही कैश कराने के लिए कैरी कर सकता है। रिटायरमेंट के समय एम्प्लॉय की अर्न लीव के बदले उसे नगद भुगतान एम्प्लॉयर द्वारा किया जाता है। इनकैशमेंट ऑफ अर्न लीव के लिए हम एम्प्लॉय के दो कैटेगरी में बांटेंगे: गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय अदर देन गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय। ड्यूरिंग सर्विस पीरियड, if employee of government or semi-government or other than government encash their earned leave during service period, the entire amount of earned leave shall be taxable and not exempted from tax as per Income Tax Act section 10 subsection 10A. Government employee, if government employee gets amount of earned leave at the time of retirement due to resignation or on the ground of age, the entire amount of earned leave shall be tax free and not included in the income from salary. In case of other than government employee, if the employee is working in other than government company and getting amount on account of earned leave from employer on retirement due to resignation or on the ground of age, the list of the following shall exempt from Income Tax Act. The leave encashment for the private sector employee is stated in section 10 subsection 10 AA and is minimum of the following. First, amount received as leave encashment. Maximum cap as stated by government rupees 3 lakh. Last 10 months average basic salary plus DA. Cash equivalent of the leave balance subject to maximum of 30 days of each completed years of service. Here salary means basic salary, DA and fixed commission on sales of employee. Compensation on retrenchment by employer. As per Income Tax Act section 10 subsection 10B, if any compensation received from employer on the ground of Industrial Dispute Act 1947, the list of the following shall be tax free from income tax. First, as per Industrial Dispute Act 1947 of section 25 subsection B, the amount calculated of compensation. Notified amount by central government restricted to rupees 5 lakh. Actual amount of compensation received from employer. If the actual amount of compensation received is more than the above two, the difference shall be included in the income from salary. Here salary means basic pay, DA, facilities bill and traveling concession. Compensation on voluntary retrenchment. Under the voluntary retirement scheme, the retired employee receives lump sum amount in respect of his balance period of service. Such amount are in the nature of advance salary. Clause subsection 10C of section 10 provides for the exemption of rupees 5 lakh in respect of such amount. Next, amount of provident fund received on retirement. At the time of retirement from service, the employee gets the amount of provident fund provident fund from employer. If employee gets the amount from statutory provident fund or public provident fund at the time of retirement, the entire amount of provident fund shall be tax free. If employee is a member of recognized provident fund and gets the amount from such fund from the employer shall be tax free from income tax. Amount of unrecognized provident fund. At the time of retirement, if the employee gets the amount from such fund, the employer contribution and their interest shall be taxable amount of the employee, and it shall be included in the income from salary of the employee. Only the contribution of employee is that tax free from tax. Thank you. In next class you can ask me some practical problem.